Glenn McGregor, CTV News. Mr. O'Toole, you spent more time in this room on the election campaign than anywhere else in the country, and you've been insulated from the kind of scenes that we saw confront the Liberal campaign last night in London. But when you do go out, we don't see those kinds of scenes at your campaign. What is it you think about Mr. Trudeau that attracts that kind of anger, now even violence, people throwing gravel at him, that you don't?
Well, let me repeat what I've said. It's completely unacceptable to see harassment of political figures, of media. We live in a great democracy, and let's act like we do. We can debate our ideas. I don't agree with the fact we're even having an election. I don't agree with Mr. Trudeau's approach on many things, but I respect his ability to be able to communicate with Canadians free of harassment, intimidation, and violence, and for our media to report on that. And we should remember the country we are, which is a great democracy, that we need to have an election that reflects that. We're trying to run in a pandemic election as safe of a campaign as possible. That's why we use our studio to talk about our recovery plan in person, in the studio, every day in a way that's safe and positive.
You spoke about an approach of respect to people who have different opinions about vaccination. Having seen those pictures from last night and from the days previous, people yelling racist remarks, misogynistic remarks at supporters at Mr. Trudeau's events, do you really feel that way, that people should respect those opinions?
I think we have to get as many people in this country vaccinated as possible. That's why every day for the last year I've talked about the need to have a steady supply of vaccines. Vaccines are safe and effective for use. And if people do have any questions, let's answer those questions and get people vaccinated. We have a target to try and get to 90% to get close to herd immunity so we can turn the page on COVID-19. I think that's what everyone wants. And let me reiterate, there is never an excuse to intimidate people, to promote violence, or to harass people, when in Canada we should have a healthy debate about the future of our country. That type of conduct is unacceptable towards anyone. So we're trying to run a positive campaign based on our plan, based on providing a roadmap to being better prepared for a pandemic in the future. And we're trying to conduct ourselves in a positive way and professional at every step.